Yo, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be playing Bird of Passage. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm starting on my home screen, and that is because this game starts off right away. Like there's no me press play, it just starts. Watch, you see it's gonna do a little title screen, then we just in it. So, all I know really is I'm a taxi driver, and I gotta talk to people. I've been living here for a long time, but this does not mean that I know where I want to go just yet. See, we just gotta have conversations with our customers. Are you from Tokyo? Alright, I doubt you would recognize the Tokyo I used to know. Tokyo was shattered, yes, in a way. Let's be mystical on them. Oh, we turning? No, the car's just turning. How do you mean lost? Literally, the city in which I was born is not on a map any longer. That version of Tokyo disappeared into a void. There are witnesses that can confirm this. I see. What kind of witnesses? This is gonna be a lot of me reading. It's just that type of game. So, if y'all don't want to hear my voice, I don't know what to tell you. Witnesses that have seen and experienced the devastation that took place. You mean survivors like you? I don't know if I'm orange or if they're orange. Maybe, but they belong in a museum. I don't. I think I'm blue. Do you mean old things? They are no longer just things. They have been reshaped by history. Now they are artifacts. They carry a story. They get deep. I didn't know this game was gonna be deep. I thought it was just chill. One witness is still alive. Yeah, so I gotta be blue. I guess I want information. One witness is still alive, actually. Is it? Wait, no. So I gotta be the orange. Because it's above. Yeah, see? Can you keep living in a museum? I don't know. Let's just read and we'll figure it out eventually. It is not in a museum. This one is a tree. A tree? What kind of tree? See, I'm answering from the passenger, so I think maybe I'm the passenger, I guess? A resilient one. The tree has seen things. It survived the Great Kanto earthquake. I deeply admire the resilience certain plants manifest. No matter what happens to them, they resist. What type of plants can do that? Well, Jinko trees. Some of them survived the most lethal weapon man has ever created. They are called Hibakuto. Scientists were certain nothing could grow again in that area. Jinkogos proved them wrong. I see. You seem to know a lot about Jinkogos. They are fascinating plants. Yes. The mysticalness, the conversation, yes. Right. They are fossils of an ancient version of a Jinkogo leaf that date back 270 million years. This means that Jinkogo trees were already here when dinosaurs roamed the earth. Fascinating. And yes, indeed. Yes, quite. They are tall, strong, majestic trees, I'd say. At the same time, they possess an inner delicacy. And there's nothing more delightful than their little fan-shaped leaves, especially when they turn from green to yellow. I never thought about that. They are indeed very tall trees. Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you for listening to me. That's all for tonight. I don't want to bother you with my stories any longer. Can you please pull over? It's no bother at all. Here you go. Goodbye. Bye. Wait, so... is this really sad? Like, are they dead, people? Is this a really sad game, and I just didn't know it was really sad? Or am I this person? Because they pulled off, so... I think I'm this person. I'm the eyeball. And the music kicks back in. This is... My brain is thinking at maximum speed right now. I'm trying to, like... Greetings, thank you for stopping. Hello, sir. Let me ask you something first. Before you ask me where I want to go, let me ask you something first. Sure. Good. Do you like plants? I really do, sir, and I'd love to talk about them, but this is a silent taxi. Oh, I see. Can you please pull over? Of course, sir. I don't do silent taxis. That's fine, sir. Goodbye. Goodbye. Are silent taxis a thing? Maybe, I think, where, this is Tokyo, right? So, maybe that's a thing in Japan? I've never heard of a silent taxi, ever. Am I gonna get on the bike? Nope. That's also, if the car, that's also a silent taxi, right? You think you would ask these questions before you get in the car. Hello. Hello, sir. Welcome on board. Thank you. Where do you want to go, sir? Oh, right. This game making anyone else feel kind of like strange, like you feel comfortable but uncomfortable at the same time. Just drive, please. Huh, rough night, sir? One of many, unfortunately. I'm sorry to hear that, sir. My nights are endless. Do you suffer from insomnia, sir? That's a bit personal to ask someone that you literally just met that got in your taxi. I used to sleep. I don't need to sleep at all. Probably just confused this guy. I am a wanderer. I have no fixed roots. I have no place to call home. I exist within the boundaries of my own tale. I have tailored my route accordingly night after night. I tell and retell my stories to different taxi drivers so that I won't forget my existence is still on hiatus. What? I am a bird of passage that desperately tried to migrate between two worlds and got stuck in one. Oh, I see. Do you feel like telling me your story? Would that help? You are very kind, and thank you. And yes, it would definitely help. Well, what are you waiting for? I'm all ears. My story begins like this. I was in a garden holding some seeds in my hands. So far, so good. It's funny how I remember being alive, thanks to the mundanity of my last actions. That's pretty normal, I guess. It was just another Saturday, in a vast collection of Saturdays. And what about the seeds? Right, the seeds. You see, late autumn is the right season to plant your Jinkogo seeds. September is not the right month. No. I had to put them away, store them in a dark place. So, those were Jinko seeds. Please, go on. And then, the earth beneath my feet started trembling. Fissures ripped to the ground. Everything crumbled. All of a sudden, something hit me hard on the back of my head. Huh? That's terrible. I fell on my knees, facing the back of my garden. An aftershock pushed me to the ground. And the seeds, they rolled away. I dedicated my very last thought to them. That's for sure. I died, shielding them with my body. So I'm dead. But what? Like, I'm so confused. I don't know what, like, are y'all making sense of this? Like, I get it's like a travel, I'm never endingly traveling. If I just English correctly, that sounded weird. I'm always in these taxis forever, is what it feels like and seeming like. Well, that's interesting. Why do you find it interesting? Because from what you have just told me, it looks like the protagonist of your story have switched roles. You were the one holding the seeds, and now you are the one held in this limbo by the seeds. Huh. Interesting indeed. You died protecting them. I guess you have to find out what happened next. Oh, my fault. Yes. You are right, that's the interesting bit. You should focus on understanding the role of the seed, the role of the seeds in all this, I think. Very well then, I must focus on the seeds. At least, that's my advice. It sounds reasonable to me. Now I need to think, alone. Do you want me to pull over? Yes, please. You have been very helpful tonight. Thank you. I am always happy to help, sir. Goodbye. Goodbye. What are y'all thinking? I want some comments. What do y'all think about this? Like, what is this story? What are you picking up? Another taxi. This one doesn't have words on the side, though. And it doesn't have the thing on the top anymore since the first one. Hello. Hello, sir. Is this a silent taxi? No, sir. Good. Where shall I drive you? I'm not sure yet. I've been living here for a long time, but this does not mean that I know where I want to go just yet. Are you from Tokyo? Did I start over? Yes indeed. Even if I doubt you would recognize the Tokyo I used to know. I gotta get comfortable, hold on, because this feels like it's gonna be a long video. If you live in the outskirts, I tend to roam the entire island. Lately I've returned to explore the city. Parks and gardens are my favorite spots. I see. I've become obsessed with a few species of plants. I spend hours looking at them, their colors, the shapes of their leaves, the geometry of their branches. Oh, and why do you like these plants so much? Some plants are just... Some plants are almost immortal. I feel connected to them. Why is that? When you don't have to worry about how much time you have left, everything slows down. This is very deep. I'm not expecting this. I thought this was going to be like a puzzle game when I saw it. I perceive time differently from you. I'm guessing a tree would too. At a certain point, I decide millenary trees could be the answer to my questions. I went on and visited one of them in Surugaku. I'm sorry, I can't read that. I don't know what to say. Did you find the answers you were looking for? Not exactly. I felt less lonely though. I felt a connection, but I'm still here. What kind of connection? You see, these plants have lived through history. In a way, I did the same. They've seen a lot, haven't they? They have. For this reason, I look at them with different eyes. I deeply admire the resilience certain plants manifest. No matter what happens to them, they resist. What type of plants can do that? Well, Jinkogo trees. Some of them survive the most lethal weapon man has ever created. Yeah, we read this. That was the exact conversation we had in the first car. So what is... Am I in a time loop? I've spent almost a century studying them. Jinkogo, as it's written today, shouldn't even be its name. If you say so. It was misspelled. A German botanist romanized the original ideograph in Jikojo and then misprinted it as Jinko. Well, I can't say it. If you guys read it, you can read. Jingogo literally means silver apricots, and people often think it refers to the shape of its fruit. But technically, those are not fruit. They are seeds. Jingogo seeds look like silver apricot. This is just a yapping simulator, but I'm kind of enjoying it. We can agree on that. It also goes by the name of, I see. I'm sorry if I'm bothering you, it's just those seeds are always on my mind. Shall I drive you to the nearest park? Would that help? Not really, but thank you for asking. My pleasure. So do you know where you want to go next? Not at the moment. Just pull over, please. Sure. Thank you. Have a nice night. You too. Goodbye. Bye. I'm on the opposite side now, though. If you notice, that bike, I saw it from the other direction last time. So, like, maybe I am progressing. But I also don't want the whole video to just be me having the same conversations. I have no idea what this game is. Does anything new happen? The moment you get in the taxi, it's the same music. It's interesting. Greetings. Thank you for stopping. Hello, sir. I'm just gonna be quiet this time. If I go again and it's a loop again, I might just stop the video. If it's just gonna be me talking with the options. Huh. I'm really... Am I the... Anyone else kinda... Like, your brain hurts? I'm confused. This one has a light bulb on it. And the guy's wearing a suit. I don't think the other guys had a suit and tie. Maybe we're getting somewhere. Hello. Hello, sir. Welcome on board. Thank you. Where do you want to go, sir? Oh, right. It doesn't really matter. It kinda does. I need to know your destination to choose your right. I'm sorry. That's okay. So where do you want to go, sir? Can we go back in time? I wish we could, sir. I'm sorry, I had to ask. That's no problem, sir. However, I'm curious now. Can I ask you something? Please, go ahead. Imagine being the taxi driver and someone just asked you, can we go back in time? That is crazy. If you could time travel, where would you go? That's a good question, let me think. If I could time travel, I don't know about y'all, but I'm going back. Where would I go? I don't know. No, you know where I'm going back? I want to go see back. I'm not even sure what year it is, but if y'all know the story of how drifting was invented, I want to go back in time and see the first time that DK drifted. Drift came. Obviously someone did before if you know the full story, but whatever, I'm not gonna say the whole story, that's not this video. Look up the story of how drifting was invented. I want to see the first official real drifting in a race. I want to see that. That's what I would do. Let me know what y'all would do too. Take your time. Atami. To that week I spent in Atami, relaxing on the beach under the sun. Did you like that place? Very much so. What do you mean, sir? Yeah, Tommy suffered the Great Kanto earthquake. Oh yes, sure it did, but it had been rebuilt. Yes, but if I could travel back in time, I'd definitely return there. Obviously before the earthquake. That's a good choice, I get. What do you mean you guess? It's a personal opinion. Where would you like to be? Well, since we cannot go back, I am stuck here. Remembering those glorious days in Atami is not doing me any good. I'm sorry to hear that, sir. I'd like to be alone. Please stop the car. Sure. Here you go, sir. Thank you for the ride. Goodbye. Goodbye. We're back at the bike. Look at it. Is it another loop? Taxi. There. This one's a different color and has a light on top. So something is happening, but I don't know what. How long is this game? Hello. Hello, sir. Is this a silent taxi? No, sir. Good. Where shall I drive you? I'm not sure yet. Same things. If I already read it before, I'm not reading it again. If y'all want to read it yourself, you can read it, but there's a lot of reading in my throat. Pause. This one. I didn't do this one last time. Tokyo was shattered a long time ago. Shattered? It crumbled to pieces. It was gone in a blink. How did you survive? I didn't. I see. I died with and within my city. Huh? It was almost noon. People were preparing lunch. As the earthquake struck, the stoves were on. The shockwaves were so powerful that the water pipes burst. Fire spread through the city, and there was no water to extinguish them. I see. It's a tragic story. How do you cope with such memories? I don't. Huh? Please, stop the car. I'm sorry if I have offended you somehow. I just need some fresh air. Okay. Thank you. Goodbye. Bye. Ooh, there was something about that made me feel a little something in my chest. Alright, next taxi. They are getting different, so I'm gonna try and play this out, but I've been recording for a minute now. Greetings, thank you for stopping. Hello, sir. Let me ask him something, okay. Do you mind if we chat a bit? I'm sorry, sir, but this is a silent taxi. Oh, I see. Is there anything else I can do for you? Thank you, that's all. I'm afraid I don't do silent taxis, that's fine. So that ride is the same every time, basically, no matter what options you choose. The first ride seems to be the one that changes up the most. I haven't paid for any of these taxis, I just noticed it. Alright, back in the light blue. This game is making me sleepy. The music is like really calming. Hello. Hello, sir. Welcome on board. Thank you. Where do you want to go, sir? Oh, right. I haven't done this one yet. Thank you, sir. That's all I need. Huh, sir? Are you doubting my knowledge? I know the city well enough. Not quite. Not at all. Quite the contrary. I'm relying on you completely tonight. It's just that you see time as a bizarre way of affecting the structure of a city. That's for sure. Things move around. New buildings appear. Oh, someone knocked on my door. Old buildings disappear. One thing is knowing how to find an address. Another thing is knowing your city inside and out. That's just one of the many reasons why I rely on taxis to find my path. You know how to look into every nook and cranny. If you don't mind me asking, sir, why do you like taxi drivers so much? I still remember the first 6 taxis. Oh, you mean the new hybrid models? No, I mean the first 6 taxis that ever held privilege of riding the streets of Tokyo. Ippon Jokyaku Ryokaku Jidosha. I don't know how to speak Japanese, so yeah, my fault. I tried. That's how we called them back in the days. Motor vehicles for general passengers and travelers. However, as you can imagine, it was too long, too complex. So shortly after, we just started calling them Takushi. Excuse me, what year are we talking about? Well, that's easy. It was 1912. 1912, of course. This man is, like, freaked out. If someone started talking about how they were alive a really long time ago, that's crazy. At the time, I didn't have need of any taxi. Any need for a taxi I can read. So I never had the pleasure of riding one of those 6. I remember them clearly, though, as the newspaper covered the event thoroughly. Thoroughly. Oh, I lost my spot. It was late July. I think my first taxi could be dated back to 1921. An early adopter, we may say. Then everything changed. Well, it surely did. We are talking about a century ago. A century is over 100 years, right? That's a century, it's 100 years. 11 years later, the earthquake hit. 11 years later, in 1923, are we talking about that earthquake? Indeed we are. That's my turning point. Nowadays, I can only make sense of my erratic wanderings if I am riding a taxi at night. Only at night? Why is that? I can't stand mornings anymore. They remind me of the life I had before the earthquake. Also, Tokyo changed so much I don't recognize it anymore. I feel like an outsider all the time. Do you prefer to roam Tokyo by night? Yes. Darkness smooths everything out. Sometimes, just for a moment, I almost feel like the earthquake never happened, and that I am still in my Tokyo. Then reality hits. I see the neon lights, the traffic, all the new buildings. When do you normally start your daily routine? After the 5 p.m. bell every day, I wait for the Goji no Chaimu, and then I go out. It reassures me to know that the system works. Well, nowadays, it is mainly used for public announcements, and to remind children when it's time to go home, of course. But its real purpose is to transmit warnings and emergency broadcasts throughout the country. That's why it was originally built, and that's why they test it every day. We must be prepared always. Let us hope we'll never need it again. You're absolutely right, sir. Let's hope so. Anyway, I have to admit, I love to hear those daily chimes. They're uplifting. Well, I think I'm done for the night. Thank you for driving me around. My pleasure. Here you go, sir. Goodbye. Goodbye. Done for the night. So does that mean the game done, or does that mean I'm getting in another taxi? Because I don't know if I could take another loop of this. My brain hurting. Nope, we're getting in another one. If it's the same conversation, this low-key might be video over. Hello. Hello, sir. Is this a silent taxi? Different conversation? No, sir. Good. Where shall I drive you? I'm not sure yet. Okay. It's the same conversation. Okay. So... I don't know. Should I keep going? You will always be... Okay. I'm gonna do one more ride, see if anything changes. If nothing happens, then you're gonna have to let me know if you want me to, like, figure out what happens and then make another video on how to play the game. What do I like about the gardens? The peacefulness. Yes. Huh. Because my throat hurts. Pause, full pause. I don't want to keep reading this. Ooh, that's a lot. Like, I ain't signed up for reading time. Like, I'm okay with it a little bit, but I ain't a narrator, that's for sure. This taxi has a little red light in the front. Does that mean it's a silent taxi? Can I look around? Silence. Exclamation mark this time instead of question mark. Okay, that's it. Huh. Like I said, this ride is the last one because it's the last one around. If nothing happens, then we go end the video. And y'all just gonna have to let me know if you want me to figure out what to do to make something happen. Or maybe this is the game. Maybe this is it. Just looping around. Who knows? I mean, I am enjoying it, but y'all gotta understand. I've been reading for 30 minutes straight. That much. Ooh. Alright. Just drive, please. Let's go with that. bicycle. Huh. Interesting. It does wake them up, and I felt terrible about it. How could I wake up people that shouldn't that suckers? Anyway, since it's not your case, if you don't mind me asking, what brings you out of my taxi so late at night? It's right on my routine. I love taxis. I keep the cars moving when I do certain options, so like, do I need to do something? But I like to think about the collector of firm stilts in my mind. Do you like to collect things in general? Only as mental images, you see, since I cannot possess anything tangible. That's quite convenient when you travel a lot. You don't need to bring any luggage with you. Where are the best pieces in your collection? Or just memories of several sunrises? I can't stand mornings anymore. Same thing. This is the same conversation about the bell and the, like, not needing it again, daily chimes. Alright. Well, let's watch this. Let's see if there's anything different. Because so far it's just been the same over and over again now. At this point, I did all the options, it feels like. Yeah, it looks like we're just gonna loop again. Alright. Well, let me know if you want me to try and figure out if there's anything else and do another video. I'll do that if you guys want. Well, this is the time of every video, the end. This is it, YouTube. I've been John Vega. This has been Bird of Passage. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.